Здорово. Посмотрим вампира. Как раз тема там какой-то эпидемия. Актуально. Ой, Unreal Engine, дерьмо. Дерьмище. Unreal, срака. Он пишет, не используйте всякие приемчики, которые здесь показаны, это типа отсталое, и крысы не пострадали. Да пошли с своими советами, сами разберемся. Что-то меня тиховато, что ли, слышно? Опять музыка. Орёт музыка. Автосохранение, понятно, какая-то срань приставки. Кладбище, красотища. Красота. Ух ты, музыка, зашибись. Где меню вообще? Где настройки? Вот так вот получше будет. Французы, что ли, опять? Странно. Вроде русский ставил. Что-то я не знаю, блин. Так-то средний бы по обычной поставить, но ведь в играх всегда говнище какое-то делают, что ты застреваешь, просто не видишь вообще ничего вокруг, как в японских играх. Ты можешь управлять героем, полчаса поворачиваешься, все Resident Evil и там все на это построено. Тут же наверняка то же самое устроили. Как бы я так и сложный бы поставил. Но ведь будет же наверняка кривое управление. Какой-нибудь счетчик сраный. Тут, блин, уже 50 лет так идет. Воюешь с управлением, а не с игрой. Французская игра, наверняка накривили что-нибудь. Пошли нафиг. Вот только что я играл вот этих десантники космические. Как кривая игра-то. Кривущая была. Одно и то же все с играми. Чё я не понял? Ну, простой я, в общем, выбрал.
"12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Ух ты. Вот это начало.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Это что, Москва, что ли? Да уж, Unreal Engine это просто позор. Что это за движок? Это дерьмище. Какой-нибудь Unreal Engine 4. Просто как какая-то десятилетняя сранина. Какой бесплатный бы взяли лучше. Ну Что, больница где-то рядом?
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Everything will be fine again. My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary! Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Mary. Mary. No. 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 It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me.
Look lively! It's on to us!
No! No! Don't shoot!
У него что там, пулемет, что ли?
This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
Over there! There's one of those. There's one of them.
No, please, stop. I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go? Freaking bastards.
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there! Fuck!
Who are you? Stay back! Me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast! Look here! Got up!
Sorry.
Get your weapons ready! We
No,
found one!
please, stop. Who are you?
There's one of them vermin!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's
Son will do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
А чё, сестра, может быть, и вампиром должна была стать? То есть он типа укусил ее и обратил. А чё она померла?
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
А кто свечку-то зажег?
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Почему она померла, а не обратилась? Кто, Собчак, что ли, или Захарова?
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Ну, померла бабка, чё? Наверное, в Единой России состояла.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Почему тот его обратил, а этот сестру не обратил? Что за херня?
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Врачом, что ли,
No,
работал?
it never got easy.
Так, сейчас надо почитать. Мелкие буквы. Гриб вернулся. Помер мужик с женой. Заболел. Так, а как мотать-то? А? Ага. Ну, заболели. Работы нет. Все как в России. Это что, спать, что ли?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Да зачем стрелять-то? Только игру начали. Я ж главный герой. Что я буду все стрелять? будем сидеть, ждать. Когда он угомонится. И что, выбора тут нету, что ли? Только стрелять? А если я не хочу стрелять? Нафига мне кнопку сжать, если у меня выбора нет? Я вот должен стрелять, а вот не стрелять я не могу. Так и сделали бы автоматически, типа. Я-то зачем в этом должен участвовать? Ну, я не могу ничего сделать. Ничего, никакие кнопки не работают. Ну так я понимаю. Он типа выживет. Сейчас стрельнет, а потом такой очнется. Он же вампир. И типа все. Живой останется. Ну ладно, хотите так, ладно.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blood in sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Ага, лечилка какая-то, да? Так. Не понял. Ага. А что за две ветки? Странно. Это дороже. Но дает вроде 500 больше исцеления. А, 25 стоимость. 3, 20, 200, 10. 300, 400, 500. Интересно. А чё? Так, что это? Интересно. Это две руки, что ли? Правая и левая? Не понимаю. Это стрелялка какая-то? Ага, это граната. Стрелялка, а это граната. Два метра. 4. Что это за... Почему две ветки? Это что такое? Пока не знаю, что включать. Так я не знаю, что. Это рукой бить, стрелять. Граната. Ну, все надо. Подходить. По-моему, это не очень. Хотя у меня уровень несложный стоит. Так, ладно, сейчас. Пока не знаю, что ставить. Ну, можно как бы пойти сначала. Стоимость уменьшает. Чего? Так у меня нету больше опыта. Чего нажать?
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Что-то жонка пропала.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! Come back, you!
My head's spinning. It's locked, all right.
Oi! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beast!
Да дай пошмонать. Да, это Т и Г. Ты чё у него? Ты Г. Либо чё, кнопки Т, Г. Эти кнопки-то что-то... А, потом, может, найду.
I cannot enter.
Так.
It's locked. It's locked, all right. I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Over there! Die, vermin!
There's a strength I never knew I had.
He's dead, all right.
I cannot enter.
He's dead, all right.
Ё-моё, я половину крови уже потратил.
Not been bitten. Oh, this one stinks already. Leech spotted! Watch out!
This shouldn't be possible. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
О! Блин.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Так, там что-то было. Нет, что-то пустота какая-то. Вроде все. Блин, как все тут как в России, ё-моё. Карантин. Блин, не хочу вступать в армию. Король. Подожди. Еще? Сейчас помогу.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
О, мышки.
It's locked.
Yes, locked. Так. Оп.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
У меня крови хватает. О, это что? Трупешник?
I cannot enter. dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Ну, телепорт.
It's locked, all right.
All right.
I cannot enter.
Опа. Биткоины. О, музыка вроде тут ничего. Меняется тогда. А то эти десантники что-то херовые были. Последняя игра Space Hulk, Death Wing. И что-то Death Wing. Забыл что-то вообще, какое-то слово.
What will London have to say to me?
Death Wing. О. Биткоин. Манерку взял.
It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood. But I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Блин, как открыто? Ё-моё. Тут можно ходить куда хочешь, что ли?
I cannot enter. It's locked. Where has everyone gone?
Смотрят телек, наверное. Мало чего. Ага. Зашибись. Это что такое? Вот эту фигню я не понял. Патроны, что ли? А как достать пистолет? У меня нет вообще пистолета. А как пистолет-то взять? Как пистолет-то взять? Чё нажимать-то? Что-то не могу. А, тут не достается вообще пистолет. Так. Как взять-то его? А, у меня патронов нет.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
He didn't deserve
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dogs.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blamed a sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
He didn't deserve this.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
You again. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Hello, sir.
I think drink.
Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should as places I can.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
This is no place for you. Priwen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. I'm certain we shall meet again.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
I cannot enter. If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me. Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. Her body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Over there!
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Как пистолет-то доставать? Не понимаю. Как же пистолет доставать?
No civilians allowed, sir. This one's mine! Get their weapons this nest of them cleaned out.
Ну, прям. Сейчас. Надо отдохнуть. Блин, здесь прям отличная. Почему-то. Дела наладилось.
My nightmare screams when you burn them alive.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Stay away! See them fancy clubs? We can deal with it. He's dead! Don't come closer, sir. Over there!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
William, my arm. I can't feel it. Will, please, let go of me. Oh my God, William. I can't stand it anymore.
Never harm you, Mr. Hampton. You're my only friend.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I should leave. I'll not betray your trust.
It's this first, you see. I need a drink. I'm so
Stay
thirsty.
with me, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
No.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please, stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Так, на работу устроился.
It's locked.
Водка прям новая.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten or crusty, each heart contains the source of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Bastard gave me a good poke. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Не знаю, убивать его или нет. Вроде он не сильно заводился ко мне. Че, в больницу его нельзя сдать, что ли? никак не спасти. Ну ладно, пошли. А чё, какие последствия? Я же не знаю. Откуда они говорят, выбирай, я знаю, что. Может, опыт хорошо, может, плохо. Сейчас посмотрим в интернет.
Привет, дорогой зритель.
Тут всем не нравится эта игра. Так, тут 4 концовки. 2 хороших и 2 плохих. Людей много не убивать и много убивать. Так. Ну, если меньше убиваешь, меньше опыт как бы убирается. Ну и все, в общем-то. Четыре концовки. Не знаю, получается, его же убили кто-то, или он умер. Какие-то бандиты вот такие же, как этот мужик, его убил. Он чего умер-то? Или он от эпидемии умер? По идее, все люди-то плохие. И убивать-то их ничего страшного. Это же они устроили эпидемию, и его пришили. Не знаю, как-то 50 на 50, непонятно пока еще. Мало с кем разговаривал. Прибивать, не прибивать всех. Непонятно. Ну, вот этот мужик не особо мне нравится. Бандит какой-то сраный. Зачем его спасать-то? Концовку, может, хорошую получить. Было бы неплохо. То есть бандита пришить этого надо, но концовку я хочу хорошую. Для этого не надо убивать, типа, мирных жителей. Ну, в мирные жители что-то, где бандиты ходят какие-то. Что-то вот как-то проблемно получается. Так. Ага. пишут люди. Почитал я. Ну, пишут, как средняя игра. Что какие-то сбои в ней выскакивают. Наверное, так и есть. Кому-то нравится, но мало кому. Да, не шедевр, явно. Так. То есть бандитов бы я решил, а концовку я бы хорошую хотел. Поскольку тут хорошую не дадут, поэтому придется опустить.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Так.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Так кто там орёт вечно?
I'm not... Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
How is the situation around?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fuck.
Are you really smuggling weapons?
And why not? I've already been attacked by a patient.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
No.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Блин, я плакат хотел посмотреть. А ты встал здесь.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Это кто?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Damn disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
I cannot enter.
My sweet girl. Left me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Все как в России. Так, а что я отражаюсь? Я же вампир.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. It's locked, all right.
locked, all right. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the dock.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Пока ничего не надо.
Not now.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Меч что-то нашел. Чё он грусть-то такое? А, это переодевание, что ли, какое-то? Нихера себе, он 100 часов переодевался. Пока ничего особо интересного. Ну ладно.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
A giant morgue.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently...
Well, it's a euphemism.
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc.
You must get a hold of it.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Может быть.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified...
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve.
Sorry, Doctor.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Так, ладно. Потом с ним поговорю. Пока что перерыв. Да уж, движок. Просто ужас какой-то. Ни теней, ничего. Ну, потом поиграю. Если она не зависит. Какие-то сбои в игре выскакивают, пишут люди.